Hello everyone, this is Seraphira, and welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival. As you can see, this is a brand new game. I am approaching the planet with my escape pod here. I haven't played it since it's actually gone 1.0, so there's a lot of new things since actually several updates have come out after it went gold. Alright, so playing a random survival planet. This is a survival game. There's a whole story involved. I am going to go through the story, but since I've read part of it before, I did play it a little bit just so I remember how to play it. We're going to hit proceed, but if you want to read the story, just hit pause as you go along. So, get the escape pod here. Alright, let's go. So, apparently we've crash landed on a planet. There was a battle up in space. We've already reached level 2. It wants me to go explore the area. So, there we go. Now it wants me to... I don't know where it wants me to go. There's usually like a yellow dot saying, hey, go somewhere. But let's just loot these cargo boxes here. A couple canned meats. As you can see, they do have perish times on them. I don't know why canned good has a perish time on it. I understand that, yes, a canned good will probably perish, go bad in the real world as well, but it's a game, so you gotta have something. This is the only thing, emergency rations, that don't seem to have a perish time. Obviously, you're going to want to build a fridge on a base or a vehicle sooner than later. There we go. So now it wants us to go to the teleport station. This, you would think, would be an aggressive species. It is not. Survival tool, get that loaded up. We'll just start because you can sort, and it will sort every time you come back to your inventory. As you can see, it moved it back. We'll pick up some of these. Another quick hint is on your survival constructor. You'll use items from the inventory, but not your toolbar. So we did find some plant protein, and you can build an energy bar. As you can see, it does say it will have a perish time, but if you leave it in the output here, it kind of acts as a refrigerator, and it will not go bad. I don't think you can put anything into that output to keep it from perishing. Give that a shot really quick. I don't believe you can. No. So you should eat these first, leave these for later, because they won't perish while they're in your toolbar there. Okay, as you can see, there's a little countdown on the right until you get the next part of the tutorial / story going. Follow the signal. Okay, so now it wants me to head this way. Is that east? Kind of. Since I have played this world just a little bit just to see where things were, there is a... No, they're buds. Something that we kind of need over in this direction. It is the large wreckage. Every game that I have seen, because I played a few just to see what the worlds are like, and I do kind of like this mountain structure over there. I believe it is semi-close to water, but I didn't go right up to it to verify that. I want to be somewhat surprised with this world. I kind of want to make my base over there. I think I want to kind of make it inside the mountain, but as we go along, there are plenty of worlds to explore. So, okay, this looks correct because there's a wrecked vehicle up ahead, which I believe you can repair. I don't know if that's your best option. The vehicle we're going to get, though, is going to be inside of the large wreckage up ahead. I don't want to be using too much stamina because it does eat up your food, which is another reason why we need to get to this wreckage, because there's a motorbike. You can see it seems to be missing. Like, I don't see any thrusters on it. There's the repulsor engine, but I don't see anything to make it go forward. Maybe you don't need that. Maybe that's good enough. I don't know. But either way, it's not something we can use right this moment anyway, and it will use fuel, which I'm not ready to be supplying. Okay, so here's the large wreckage. That's not what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. Okay, so as you can see, there's a core so that we will be able to make a base. Here's the motorbike construction kit. This will come in handy just in case we run into something that needs to be shot. Okay, we'll just pick up the rest of this. I don't think we need the iron ore, except unless we need to create the portable constructor, which is locked. So we have to unlock that in the tech tree here. I think it's under miscellaneous. There it is, portable constructor. Unlock it. Build it. Apparently it did use that iron that it gave us. So we'll work on that. Let's just eat while we're waiting for that to finish. And we have lots of plant protein, so we can make 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll come after here. Okay, so food is looking pretty good. You do start out with half health, which I think is kind of strange for a survival game, but I guess it kind of makes sense. You did just crash land on the planet. You shouldn't probably be at full health. Portable constructor is on the way. Let's just kind of take a walk. Hopefully we won't run into any spiders while we're waiting for that constructor to finish. We can just put it down anywhere. You can see there's some iron here that we can, in fact, let's just do that really quick. We'll get this iron. I believe there usually is some copper and silicon inside forests. Some more iron, but there's some copper. And by the time we get this copper, constructor should be done. Here's the silicon, so we'll have these in our inventory. That's not a spider up ahead on the right. That's just an alien insect, I believe they call it. And yeah, they're not aggressive. Okay, we'll use that. We need to go to here. I want the full motorbike, but I need to put something in the input container. And now we wait for this. At least this doesn't take long. Okay. Let's pick this up. Shift F, hit 2, and let's get on the way to this story here really quick. So, goal for this episode is usually I just want to get past the first chapter here. I don't know if I'm going to make a base in episode 2 or if we'll continue on with chapter 2. I guess we'll see when we get there. But let's get up to UCH Heidelberg really quick and find out what we need to do with the story. So again, I'm not going to be stopping and reading the entire plot line for you here. But to give you a gist, I guess we find out while we're searching this wreckage here. So let's pick up the bike. Just use the gun just in case anything pops out at us. So now we need to wait for all these little prompts on the countdowns on the right for the story. So the gist of the story is this wreckage is from our fleet. It appears to be quite old. In fact, we find out it's about 11 months old of wreckage, which should be confusing for us since we just crash landed an hour ago. So I guess what we find out is that we were doing some scientific experiment up in space, which caused some sort of warp anomaly, which sent us forward in time. And I think there's going to be some sort of time plot with this story. I'm not entirely sure. I've only made it I think I made it to chapter 3. Okay, so we need to get to this signal up ahead. It'd probably be easier to just walk around, but I've already gone through that door. Oop, well, let's pick this up. And I'm going to have to jump out of here now. So if you hit shift, that usually gives you a little bit higher jump, but you do have to worry because it is fairly easy to break your leg if you jump too high. Okay, so here's the container we need to for the story. It doesn't actually show anything relevant in there, but once you open it, you get another countdown and another part of the story. And I have to wait another 8 seconds. I don't see if we found, last time we got through, I don't know how random the loot is, but we found a multi-tool out here. I believe there was one in here, but nope, not this time. So a lot of waiting on the story, especially if you've read this before. You are able to skip it if you want. There we go. See, we're talking about 11 months ago. So there are some things to loot in here while the story is going on. There's a multi-tool. Let's put that there. Oops, I think I left the glass in there. See, the inventory is getting full pretty quickly here. We're going to need to make some sort of base. So there is a little guide on Steam that kind of has to do with base building. They kind of list 4 different types of base. I think camp is the small one that they kind of list off. And we're still getting part of the story. We got another multi-tool. So a camp is really just kind of small. It's not supposed to be something that you're supposed to be defending. It's just a place for you to store things in and use as a forward outpost and maybe avoid some of the environment if it becomes deadly. So there is radiation. If you're on a desert planet or even a snow planet, you have to worry about the temperature. Okay, there we go. So now we need to get this. We've already gone through this door. Now, once we go into this cargo box, here we go. Again, more part of the story. Feel free to pause that if you would like. Strange marker. Okay, we'll just jump through. There we go. Here's the constructor. There's nothing. I guess we could choose a cargo box, but so at least this way we can see what we have and have not looted. There's an energy matrix that's kind of important. Let's see. There we go. So you can kind of, I don't know if cheat is the right word, but you can look at all these boxes and without having to search them out, you can go to the box, loot everything, and then keep on doing the same thing this way. without actually having to find them and get closer to them. So if you want to be a loot whore like I am currently doing, this is an easy way to do it. We're in the large containers. Electric current, that's where we were. Signal. And a couple of fridges, which probably are not powered, but here's some. This will get us health, so that's kind of important. And one last thing to loot. Some milk, and that's really not that important, especially since that's probably going to perish on us pretty quickly. Okay, he wants us to find the console, so it does point out where it is. We're going to use our survival tool here. What I have been finding is the easiest way to get to it is to switch to a salvage mode. Take out these plates here. You do get a couple steel plates. So if you are running low and feel like using the time, you can come back here and totally dismantle this ship if you would like. And get some parts for yourself. Alright, and I'm going to hit shift and jump. And here's the console, and we'll open it up. We'll click. This comes from the storyline. That's it. That's all they're going to tell you. Now we have to wait again for the storyline to kind of finish on. So if you are really just waiting, okay, we're back. Okay, so the thing is, the next part, just from prior experience, is they're going to expect us to defend ourselves versus some drones. Not necessarily difficult, but here's the problem. Now that I'm full of loot, what I want to do, and we're going to have to, yeah, it's locked, so we're going to have to research that. Hit the F2 to go to tech tree, research a assault rifle is what I want. And in order to make an assault rifle and these weapons, I'm going to need to throw a bunch of stuff in here. I'm just shift clicking to move them. We can throw some electronics in there. What else does it need? That's steel plates. May as well not. May as well use what we've already found in mechanical components. That way it's not going to use up our iron. Copper ingots, on the other hand, we are going to have to use. I'm going to have to start using these as spaces. What I should have done was left some of this stuff back home. Let's put the tent in here. Let's put the heater out here. That left us space for a couple things. Let's put the copper out here and see if we can make our projectile rifle rounds. I don't know. I think it's one set of rounds per piece of copper, but I could be wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this finish, and then we will pick up. Actually, we'll pick up right when I get back to that original spot, and we'll be moving on with the story then. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so here we are back at the escape pod, as you can see there on the right. Let's get off of the bike. What I'm going to do here is we're going to use this old base here. We're going to use the storage. This is going to be what I'm going to call a camp. I'm going to throw a bunch of stuff in here, which I really don't think I need. Just so we have some inventory space when we shoot down the drones. I did eat that burger, and I'm going to drink this milk now as well. free up a few more spots and get a little bit of health. Unfortunately, I got indigestion out of that. I don't know if I have anything that fixes that. And this is like 26 minutes of indigestion. I'm not going to worry about the indigestion. Hopefully it isn't causing me damage or anything. I guess it's lowering my food fairly quickly. Which isn't a good thing. And it is lowering my health as well. Great. So let's see if the buds... Where did they go? Here. It doesn't say anything about indigestion. Some of the plants that you were able to loot, we can go over to find that honey really quick. Natural sweetener. There we go. Okay, so that our indigestion is gone. Let's pick that up, just drop it so I don't have to turn around on my own. Okay, let's get on with the story here really quick. Now in the past, if you left your motorbike on the ground too long, it would self-box itself and then disappear. I don't know if it still does that, especially in a single-player game. Let's get this loaded. I was only able to make 2 of the assault rifle rounds. Okay, here we go. Please enter the code. Access violation. Compromise. Starting self-destruct. And I don't know if you stay in there if you actually get injured. But let's not chance it. And if you look up at the top right, there we go. We have drones on the map here. So we've only got a range of 63 with this assault rifle. You could make a sniper rifle, which might be able to hit these from down here, and for some reason there they go. Now, yeah, the lasers are fairly easy. Just go forward and to the left a little bit. Apparently that drone doesn't see me. I guess we'll go chase the drone, even though they're supposed to be hunting us. Alright, there we go. So, there's some fuel packs, minigun rounds. We can use that for the base. And here we are at nightfall. So, analyzing situations where like the little Xerox found out how to decode the message, and we're observing the wreckage. The trail's gone cold without the teleporter intact. There we go. There's the end of Chapter 1. We are now starting Chapter 2, and the sun has not quite set in the first day. So while we're crashing onto the planet, the scanners detected some tribal features not too far away from the crash site. You should find one of these structures and make contact with the natives to learn something about this planet. It might be vital to your journey or the survival of every living being. So we're going to hit let's go. But that's going to be the end of this episode. So with that said, really thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. we'll continue on. I think what we're going to do is maybe fortify this as a camp. So we're going to put down our temporary our portable constructor here, and I'm going to go, I think during the night I'm going to go look for some rocks, and we're going to start building cement up around here so that it's more visible for me, and that we can get in here, and that it will be some sort of temporary base. It's not going to be something that I plan on putting guns on. Again, with that said, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you again, and I will see you all next time. Thanks again, everyone. Bye-bye.